Hudson will be put back in the game. It is time for the merge. Okay, so Hudson has made the first purchase of the season so far. Bubbles, the tribe has spoken. But we're not done yet. KFC Crocs was sent to the edge of extinction. Fastest time is back in the game for the semifinal. Welcome to episode 5 and the semi-final of Discord Survivor. So, if you might remember from the last one, we had the merge, and Bubbles was voted out. Nelson was basically, because Bubbles and Nagito had an alliance. Nelson was scared of that alliance, because no one else really had an alliance, and Nagito won the challenge, and so to break up that alliance there, he initiated the blindside, and it worked. So, last time I said we were going to have our final redemption challenge for the Edge of Extinction, the players that are there, and that it was going to be a puzzle. So, let's get into that. So this is our challenge for the Edge of Extinction. They're doing this puzzle that I have time-lapsed. As you can see in the bottom right, there's a timer. They send me a screenshot of the time, and the time that is fastest wins. Getting back in the game for the Final Four, where we will then have the semi-final challenge to see who will make it to Final 3 and the finale. But that's getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. Yeah, let's just finish the puzzle and see what times are fastest. There is some in the bottom left, like some hint stuff that I'm kind of hoping they don't see, just so it's completely fair, but if they do see it, that's on them. I haven't mentioned it, but if they do use it, I have no way of knowing. So that was the puzzle that our contestants had to do, and so basically they did the puzzle. They sent me a screenshot of their time. So, to start off, the score of KFC Crocs. He didn't complete the challenge and the deadline that was given, unfortunately, so he doesn't have a score for this challenge and is eliminated from the game. Our second score was Gamer Boys. He had a puzzle time of 19 minutes and 39 seconds. And so not a bad score. And then our final contestant, Bubbles, had a score of 15 minutes and 47 seconds. Meaning that Bubbles had the fastest time and is back in the game. So, it is time to get her back in. Bubbles won the Edge of Extinction Challenge. She is now back in the tribe of Tribe. Congratulations. And unfortunately that means that those that are on the edge of extinction, Gamer Boy and KFC Crocs, have been eliminated from the game. So now that we have the full tribe, Hudson, Nelson, Bubbles, and Nagito, we are going to have the semi-final challenge, which will determine the final 3 for next episode's finale. So let's get straight into the challenge. Okay, so we've just finished up the semi-final challenge. It was a little Kahoot general knowledge quiz, just to kind of see how everyone did. We've got all the players. Had a few extra people participate, but people that are competing have all done it. And so I've closed the challenge, and we're gonna view the podium, and then we're gonna share it so that other people can see who got the top 3. So we're gonna view the podium. Let's see it. So third place was actually me when I was testing out the thing. Second place was Dude, that's Nelson. And first place winner, Bubbles. So Bubbles has won our semifinal coat challenge and has won the fire tokens to come with that, and is guaranteed a spot in the finale, the final 3. Okay, it's time to share the results of the semifinal challenge with the members of the tribe. So, the time has come. It is here that the results for the semifinal Kahoot General Knowledge Quiz Challenge will be revealed to all. In third place, it was a tie between Quito and Hudson, both with 60% correct. In second place, oh, that's not how you spell it. In second place, Nelson with 70 something percent. I don't remember the number because I small brain. And our winner, Bubbles, with 90% accurate answers. We will now prepare for tribal council. Bubbles is safe from votes and guaranteed a spot in the final 3. Also, this is your last chance to use advantages or fire tokens, because they all become invalid once we get to final 3. So, we've got one member of our final 3. We're going to find out who the other 2 are, and who will not be in the finale. So, I'll come back when we've got our votes in. We'll see you then. Okay, the votes have all been placed for our semifinal tribal council. But before we get to that, I actually do have some stuff to catch up on. There's been a lot of conversations and stuff, specifically with Nelson. Because as you know, Bubbles won the challenge, and Nelson blindsided her. And so she's not exactly super happy, and so he's trying to kind of save himself there. So we'll go look at that real quick. Yeah, before we did the challenge and all that, he was saying he thinks Nikito's kind of his biggest threat, so he wants to get her out if possible. So, I mean, yeah, there's just a lot of conversation. He's trying to, like, divert her attention onto someone else. So he's like saying that Hudson had an idol, even though Hudson never had an idol. He got a vote twice, which he has used already. And then she thinks he has an idol, which she does. I don't know how she knows that actually, but there's just a lot going on. And then he starts thinking that she bought an idol, which she actually did. Oh, yeah, I need to catch up on that too. So, for winning the challenge and for winning the extinction challenge, she got a bunch of fire tokens, and she used those to buy an idol. And we'll get to all of that stuff. But yeah, she does have an idol, and so Nelson knew that she has won for a little bit, and so thinks she has an idol, and she starts saying she might have bought something else. And then here's some conversational stuff. She said she wants to use her idol on Hudson. She tries to convince Nelson that she bought a vote twice instead. And yeah, I don't know, there's a lot, and that's kind of the summary of what happened pretty much. And then Nelson starts talking about how there's like going to be bonus categories for points, which may or may not be happening, and he's like pretending that I told him that there's this subcategory of like not using advantages, so he's trying to get her to not use her advantage. Yeah, here he's like, he tells her that I told him some of the bonus categories, which I didn't, and he's just like, yeah, I don't know. He's kind of grasping at straws. He's desperate, but that's okay. Let's get into the votes and all of that stuff. So, the time has come. It is here. And the votes for this semi-final tribal council will be read. For this tribal council, the votes will not be anonymous. So basically everyone's gonna know who everyone voted for. And we've got some advantages being played as well. Before we begin, someone has played an advantage. Nelson has played an immunity idol for himself. Any votes cast against him shall not count. Now we shall begin. But before we begin, someone has played an advantage. Bubbles has played an immunity idol for Hudson. Any votes cast against him shall not count. First vote is the vote of Nagito. Nagito voted for Hudson. Second vote is the vote of Hudson. Hudson voted for Nagito, but Nagito played a vote steal advantage, stealing Hudson's vote. This vote has been played on Hudson. 2 votes Hudson, but neither of them count. Third vote is the vote of Nelson. Nelson voted for Nagito. 1 vote Nagito. 2 void votes Hudson. The final vote is the vote of Bubbles. And the player that has been voted out of the tribe and has ended their journey on Discord Survivor, unfortunately, is Nagito. Nagito, the tribe has spoken. Thank you for participating in Discord Survivor. You're just making fun of my spelling now. That was... I don't know if you could keep up with all that. I kind of had trouble myself with all of the advantages and stuff being played. But yeah, she had fire tokens and played them. She had 7, bought the vote steal, stole Hudson's vote for himself. Okay then, I'm gonna remove her now. The final will begin shortly. Congratulations to all of you for making it to Final 3. Okay, so Nagito has an announcement she wants to make. Bubbles is a traitor. Put this in the video. Bubbles is a traitor. Bubbles is a traitor. Bubbles is sus. Okay then. Oh boy. Yeah, and we're just gonna close this before this is seared into your brains, because I might get sued for that. Alrighty, so that was quite eventful. Okay, so that was kind of I think that's probably gonna end up being a shorter episode. There's a lot that happened. We had our Edge of Extinction challenge that Bubbles won, making it to our final four. And then we had our quiz challenge. Bubbles won immunity after a very nice redemption from the edge of extinction, as close as you can get to getting out without actually getting out. And after a lot of chaos with advantages and stuff like that, because this was the last tribal that advantages could be played. After a lot of advantage chaos, Nagito sadly ended up on the bottom, and one of our strongest players has been removed from the game. So next week we will have our finale episode. You won't want to miss it. Make sure to tune in for that. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.